Assalamu alaikum. Rabbi Shani Sadri Vaisali Amri Valulugda Tamilisani of Mokori Rabbi Zidni Hilma. Okay, now children, how are you? Okay, now we are back again to study the questions 6 onwards of November 2023 that we were doing yesterday. And we'll continue from question number 6 onwards, okay? We all are energized now. We all are in the process of learning. Now start. This is the question of logic gates. Fine. Isn't it interesting? There are 3 descriptions of logic gates. Each logic gate has 2 inputs, A and B, with one output, X. Identify each logic gate. Complete a truth table for each logic gate. Now, part A. The only time the output is 1 is when both inputs are 1. You have to first of all identify that gate that has this situation, output 1, when both inputs are 1. And definitely, immediately you are going to write down and, very simple, complete the truth table. So if you have identified the correct gate, AND gate, you can make the truth table and you can simply score 2 out of 2 so easily. 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay? The output is 1 when both inputs are different. When both inputs are different, definitely the only option is XOR gate. And you can see its outcome will be 0, 1, 1, 0. They are already given to you. So you only have to mention the column X. Part C, the only time the output is 1 is when both inputs are 0. When both inputs are 0, it means this is the NOR gate. And the truth table is already given. 0, 0 is a 1 and all others are zeros. Simple. Now, still if you have any query, then please, definitely I'll be always there to help you out. But do watch the video of logic gates, that will help you a lot, okay? Now, question number, this part, after part C, we are going to move on to part D. Consider this logic expression, X equals to not A or not B or not C. And you have to draw the logic circuit. So you can see it's a 5-mark question dealing with this, not A or not B. So you can see A not connected with OR gate, B not connected with this OR gate, final outcome going here. Then C is, first of all, the NOT gate is connected here, and then you are connecting it to the last OR gate, and then X. So 1 mark is for drawing each correct logic gate and connections also. So you can see in this manner, so simple, isn't it? Now they are giving you draw logic circuit, and you have drawn it with a maximum of 2 inputs only. Do not attempt to simplify the expression at all. Just to draw it the way they want you to. Be very cautious that what they want is mentioned, read the question, and then attempt it. Okay, do not simplify this, what is written here. Question number 7. A program uses both local variables and global variables. Describe 2 differences between local variables and global variables. Differences are supposed to be mentioned. 1 mark for first description, 1 mark for matching description. So in this manner, you can easily score 4 out of 4. Local variables, scope is a defined block of code, means that you know where is it going to be used. It's available, it's visible only within the code, only within the subroutine, only within the procedure or the function. On the contrary, global variable scope is in the whole program. It's available, it's visible, accessible throughout the whole program. Second difference, local variables value cannot be changed elsewhere in the program, while global variables value can be changed anywhere in the program. So you can see it can be changed anywhere. You can see that, for example, if it was used in the beginning, global variable can be reused, and it can be the a new value can be assigned to the global variable, and you can see that that will be changing the value in the program also. Fine. Question number 7 clear? Question number 8. Now, mashallah, you are well versed with this logic, this flowcharts. This is an algorithm to find if a batch of parts has been manufactured successfully. Now, this is what you can see. The flowchart is, let's discuss the flowchart first, and then we'll move on to solving it from the now. Just let me make it a little bit more visible so that we all can understand it easily. Okay. Now this is my flowchart, starting with start, and then we have the symbol, the process box, accept 0, reject 0, input, part OK is a variable. Is part OK equals to Y? Yes, move down, accept equals to accept plus 1. Else, if this is not the situation, then a reject equals to reject plus 1, and it goes back to the second input, next input. Now, you can see accept equals to accept plus 1, it is moving down. Is accept equals to 10? Yes. So go down as check that is reject greater than 1? Yes. So error is going to be calculated in output. If that is not the situation, then output success, and we are stopping. But in case if the value of accept is not equal to 10, then we are moving back. So you can see in two situations we are moving back. First is here, and second is here. We are moving back and we are performing this activity. Now, there are some output messages, and let's start from here. Complete the trace table using this data. So data is y, 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 n, y, 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 n, and y, 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 4 times. Just for the purpose of making it simple, what I have done is I've color-coded it so that you can comprehend. First, accept 0, reject 0, input part OK. So input part OK means part OK will hold y. Ali, you can either write it in the same line, or just for the purpose of making it more readable, what I suggest is leave that line where you have initialized the two accept and reject variables and move to the new line where you can just go for part OK y. Is part OK equals to y? Yes. Since the value is yes, that's why it is moving down. The value of accept is increased by 1, and you get the value of accept as 1. 0 plus 1 makes it 1. Is accept equals to 10? Definitely not. It moves back and it will take input of the next y. So you can see part OK is now holding again y. Then moving down, is part OK equals to y? Yes. Move down, accept the value of accept is increased again by 1 to make it 2. So in this manner, you can keep on checking the value of part OK, and you can update the values of accept or reject based on whatever the input is. Now moving down, still the accept value is not 10. That's why it moves up to take the next input of y, which is going to be stored in the next line. Y, you can see, again checked. Since part OK is y, that's why it is moving down. The value of accept is increased by 1 to make it 3. Then it is going to be is accept still not 10. So you move up, take the next value, that is n. So you can see here the value of accept now, the value of part OK is now n. So it moves to the reject thing, and reject value is increased by 1. So you can see here the value of reject is increased by 1. Again, leave all these empty so you can figure it out easily that where is the change. And then the value of reject is going to be increased by 1. The next input is taken. Again, y is input. So means the value of accept will be increased by 1. Next time also the value of accept is increased by 1. So in this manner, once you have finished the whole thing, okay, now very quickly do it. It will hardly take you more than 3 to 4 minutes. Just work on the same, move on to the last value when the accept value is 10, and then I'll explain you further. Okay, accept, reject, the same. Any problem faced? Done. Excellent. I think we have figured out that we are able to get the last value of accept as 10 and reject is 2. Fine. So now you can see when accept is 10, yes, it moves down. Is reject greater than 1? Yes. So we are actually calculating error. Error is going to be reject upon divided by accept into 100. So here, just to make you understand, I have shown it here. The value of reject is 2, the value of accept is 10, multiply by 100 is going to be 20. So the message is going to be output, the too many rejected. Now you can see the variable error is going to be holding 20, and then percentage symbol and error. So you can see the message final in the output column will be too many rejected, 20% error. Fine. And in this manner, then you can move on to the end of your flowchart where the stop is drawn and you finish your work. Fine. Any issues? So every single column is going to be of 1 mark, and in this manner you can easily score 5 out of 5. Isn't it easy? Describe how the algorithm should be changed to accept y or small y for a successfully manufactured part. See, maybe a person's caps lock is off, so he can enter a small y. So definitely in this case, it will move on to reject. Very nice. So how will you do it? It's so simple. I mean, so you can use the, you can convert it into uppercase. Definitely, you can recall your own learning and you can apply. So after the input is taken, you are going to insert a process box, and in this, you are going to write down the instruction that we do to convert the input to uppercase. Simple. Here you have to describe. Since it's a 3-mark question, so they are expecting the students to write down 3 valid answers. Or you can add in the box to accept y as well. This is also possible. I mean, you can say if it's equal to y or it's equal to small y, then you can do it that way also. Or part equals OK equals to y, small y also. This is going to be again give you 3 out of 3. Simple, isn't it? Now, question number 9. A sanctuary for pheasants has set up a new database table called pheasant list, to store details of the different species of birds at the sanctuary. Part of this table is given showing species, description, number of birds at the sanctuary, if the birds are breeding or not, and number of young born this year. So here you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns or fields and a certain number of rows. Just count how many rows are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So here you can see state the number of records and fields in this part of the database. A 2-mark question. You just you can say count them and you are going to get the right answer. Records are in rows, and you have counted 14 rows or 14 records and 5 fields. Part B. Give the name of a field that could be used for primary key. Species or description, fine, definitely, because they are holding unique values. We can see here any of them. Explain why the sanctuary might decide not to use the field in B1 as the primary key. Although we have chosen this, but why is it not a good option? Long names that could be easily be misspelled. That is one thing that can be the reason. Or species description could be duplicated. This is also possible. There is a probability that the species name, the species value, or the description value is duplicated. That's why it is not a good option. A new field species ID is added to the database table. This field contains a 6-character code, for example, PH0001. Give a reason why this field would be a better primary key. So very simple, easy to validate. It is always holding unique values. So since we have learned this thing that primary keys are always holding unique values, that's why this will give you 1 out of 1. Write the output that would be given by this structured query language statement. Now this is what the situation is. Select species, comma description from pheasant list where number birds greater than 6. So see here we have to display these 2 values, species and description, from this table where the number of birds is greater than 6. So let's move back to the table and see where the number birds variable is holding a value greater than 6. Greater than 6. See, first one is true silver, so I have ticked this one. Fine. Then second one, move down, down, down. Second one is this one. I've ticked this one. So brown eared, true silver, these are the 2. and I have highlighted it or ticked it. And now I'll move back to my answer, and I'll look for these two values, brown with ear tufts, and then next one is going to be white laced top half and black lower half. So these are your answers which you have mentioned here, and you will score 2 out of 2 for writing down in the values in the right order, the way they have come in your table, and finishing it by giving a space in between. Remember, you are going to give a space in between just to tell that these are the two fields that you have mentioned here. Complete this SQL statement to display all the species of pheasant where the birds are breeding and there were no young from this born this year. Now, select from and where were given to you, and you were supposed to fill in the blanks. So since it is mentioned here, all species, it means select species, the field name. From, table name. The table name is given to you. Where? Now, where is the actual thing? Birds are breeding means we're breeding, and young equals to 0. Now, these are the two situations. No young born means young equals to 0. So a student can write it in this manner, or a student can write it in this manner also, that they have written young equals to 0 first and breeding later. These both are right options, and you will definitely score 4 out of 4. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4. You mentioned these in the right order. You mentioned this in properly, and you will definitely be able to score 4 out of 4. Isn't it easy to score? Yes? Okay, now, mashallah, we are done with the learning of October-November 2023, paper 2-3 till question number 9. Inshallah, question number 10, that is dealing with the scenario-based question, will be, inshallah, discussed very soon. So keep yourself linked with my YouTube channel. Be a part of the learning community so that you are getting the updates as soon as any new videos are being uploaded. Jazakallah khairan kaseera for being a part of the learning journey. May Allah bless you. Allah Hafiz.